Okay, so in this video we will learn about the very important concept, that is break statement and the continue statement. Okay, so let's get started first with the break statement. So like break, so what is this break means? Uh, Used to terminate from the loop. Okay, in order to understand what is this really mean, let us consider one of the example. So write a program to allows the user to enter integers until he or she enters a negative number or a zero. Let's open up the code block now and let us understand how to we'll be writing the program for this one. Okay, right. So here is the program which allows user to enter integers until he or she enters a negative number or zero. Okay, so here I have declared a variable n and I have asked the user to enter a number. So then I am scanning the n value. Then I am checking the condition whether the number entered is equals to 0 or not. Okay, if it is equals to 0, we will be coming out of this loop, and if it is not equals to 0, then we'll be entering and we'll be continuing to execute this statement inside the while loop. Okay, so after checking this condition, we'll be coming inside this loop. If n is not equals to 0, we'll be checking this if condition. If n is less than 0, then we'll be simply performing break. Otherwise, we continue to execute these two statements. Now, what did this really mean? Break simply mean we come out of this loop. Okay, if we encounter the break, it will simply terminate the loop. Okay, no matter what is the statement that are available below these, inside the while loop will not get executed. So if we encounter the break, the rest of the statements will not get executed if break gets executed. So note this point. Okay, if suppose if n is less than 0, then break will be getting executed and it will be terminating this current running loop. Now let's execute this code. So let me okay, run this one. So see here, enter a number, right? So now let me enter the number, that is 9. So enter a number once again, okay, because it should be less than 0, then only it will be breaking. So now I'm doing 89. Again it will be asking to enter the number. So I'm giving one more number, for example negative number. Now you can find that it came out of the loop because this is n less than b0 condition is satisfied, as minus 9 is less than 0, therefore break is going to get executed and this one simply come out of this loop. Okay, right, so this is what the break is all about. Okay, now let's consider our next loop control statement, that is continue. Okay, continue is similar to the break, but instead of terminating from the loop, it will forces us to execute the next iteration of the loop. So again, in order to understand this thing, let's get with an example. Okay, write write a program to print all odd numbers from 1 to 20. So let's see how we will be writing the program for this one. So let me open the code blocks. So here is a program. So allow all the odd numbers from 1 to 20. Okay, so it will be printing. So I have declared a variable I and one more variable called as n, and I've assigned this one to the 2. After that, I am writing a for loop for now. Here inside this for loop, I have initialized I equals to 1. I check the condition I is less than or equals to 20 or not, and then okay, I've incremented the I value, and inside this particular for loop, there is one more if condition is there. So I'm checking the condition as whether I is equals to n or not. If I is equals to n, then these statements will be getting executed, otherwise we'll be printing the I value. All right, now let's see how this program is going to work. So let me show you that I equals to 1 is less than or equals to 20. This condition is satisfied, and we know after checking the condition we need to go to the inside the for loop, right? So if condition, we will be checking the condition of the if is I is equals to n or not. As n is equals to 2 and I is equals to 1, this condition will be false. Therefore, we'll be coming out of this block, and here we will be printing I value. Okay, and has the I equals to 1 value will be printed, and after that I value is going to get incremented by 1. So I value is going to become 2. So 2 is less than or equals to 20. Yes, the condition is true. Therefore, it will be entering into the for loop, and it will be checking the condition whether I is equals to 2. Yes, right, because n value is 2 and even the I value is also 2. Therefore, it will be true, and it will be entering into the condition n equals to n plus 2. So we are adding 2 to this number. Okay, so now n value to this n value is going to become 4, right? So now we'll be saying that continue. So what I mean by this continue? Continue will be not terminating. Instead, it will be not executing the statements below the continue in the current loop, but it will be continuing to the next iteration. So now the I value is gonna become plus plus. But remember, the statements below the continue in the current running loop only will not get executed. It will simply perform the next iteration. Okay, so after we encounter the continue, we will be implementing the I value and we'll be checking the condition once again. So here value of I will be becoming 3, has 3 is less than or equals to 20, condition is true. Therefore it will be it will be coming inside and it will be checking this condition. As 3 is not equals to 4, because right now the n value is 4, so as 3 is not equals to 4, therefore it will, this condition is false. Therefore it will be printing the I value, that is your 3. After that I value is going to get incremented by 1. I value is going to become 4. 4 is less than or equals to 20. This condition is true. Therefore it will be entering into the for loop. Now we'll be checking this condition. Is 4 is equals 4? Yes, true. So therefore we'll be adding 2 to this number. So this number is going to become 6 and then continue. So whenever the continue gets executed, simply it is going to perform the next iteration. I value is going to become plus plus. So in this way, we'll be able to print only odd numbers on the screen. So let's execute this program and let's check out what is the output. So yeah, you can find, like, all the odd numbers have got printed. Okay, from 1 to 20. Okay, so that is 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. Okay, right. So now suppose if there is no continue, then what would have happened actually? So let us comment this one by 2 slashes. If there is no continue, then this printf function would have got evaluated even though this condition is true or false, right? So if it is true or false, still this printf will get executed. So I value is going to get incremented after that. But here, what's going to happen is every time this I value is going to get printed, even though this condition is true also, uh, n value will be getting changed. Yes, the n value is going to get changed, but it is not showing any impact on the outer printf statement which is there outside this if condition, right? So every time this printf is going to get executed, and I values will be printed continuously, that from I equals to 1 to 20. So let us execute this one. So here you can find from 1 to 20 all has been printed for us on the screen. So this is what we need to understand about the continue. Okay, right. So thanks for watching. So